Reitannites, Reitanna, Seishin here. Okay, for those of you who have been unfortunate enough to be following along with, what's happening in the world, the chairman of the FCC, who was appointed by Trump, is trying to repeal net neutrality. Now, net neutrality is something that literally gives us freedom on the internet. It's basically the definition of freedom on the internet. It makes it so that, we don't prioritize bandwidth to the wealthier companies, that we can, we don't have restriction to give payment to the wealthier companies. Essentially, erasing net neutrality would benefit everybody who's a fucking billionaire who can afford the fucking bandwidth and such. And it's really stupid, and the only reason why Trump wants to repeal it is because it was set in by Obama, and it doesn't matter what side you're on, politics wise. It doesn't matter if you're right wing or left wing. This affects all of you. And the only reason why Trump is repealing it is because Obama did it. And he wants to repeal everything that Obama did, even if it was good. And net neutrality is definitely good. For those of you who remember YouTube before 2011, do you remember that most of watching videos consisted of you watching the little bar buffer? And just sitting there waiting, and it's buffering. Do you remember Netflix before 2011? Buffering. Lots of buffering, lots of video sites just buffering. Now, this affects me, and anybody who has a personal website. This affects, I'm not sure if it'll affect YouTube again because it's owned by Google, and I believe YouTube was bought by Google in 2010 or 11. I don't exactly remember, but it affects everyone regardless. It affects people who use their phones for certain apps. Certain apps will be blocked because basically net neutrality will put in a fast lane for companies that can... It's like when you go to a theme park, it's the fast pass. If you have the money to pay for, the bandwidth and stuff, you'll get the fast pass to have your websites, your apps, your anything run, and anybody else who, is trying to get started will not, you'll have to sit there for ages and ages and ages wallowing in the fact that you're not a rich person and that you can no longer succeed because you don't have that opportunity. For those of you who are too young to understand this stuff, this will affect your future. So I'm leaving a link in the description of this video to a website where you can donate to help save net neutrality. For those of you who are too young to donate, I suggest bringing this to the attention of your parents. Whether you are a liberal or conservative, it does not matter what side you are on. This affects you, and this will affect your future. It'll affect everybody as soon as if it goes through. That's the thing. It's like, if it goes through, then the chairman of the FCC needs to sleep with his eyes open, because I'm pretty sure he's going to have a lot of people trying to kill him. So, bring this up to your family. It doesn't matter if you're against Obama. It does not matter, because this will affect you. It's not about politics. It's about freedom, and they're trying to take the freedom away. Especially in the digital age, this is very important. So, I'm lower middle class living in Southern California, so I can't afford to pay monthly. I donated $5, unfortunately. We'll see how things go. As it goes, I'm going to tell Mike about it. He's probably going to donate something, because this is going to affect him. It's going to affect all Twitch users because Twitch is still new. and he has Twitch, I have Twitch, and we're kind of trying to rely on the internet right now to move out of the shithole that is Southern California and try to make our own living in an actual house and actually live our lives. So, you know, and we're not the only ones that this is going to really put an impact on. It's awful. It's the reasoning doesn't even make sense, and it's awful. So, yeah, go ahead and click the link in the description and, help save the internet. Because the internet is for everybody. Not just in America, though. It's like, I don't think this will really affect anybody in other countries, because I have heard of other countries having way faster bandwidth than we do, so it probably won't affect them, but it might. I don't know about that. But it's definitely going to affect us here in land of the free, home of the brave, America. Land of the free, my ass. What are we now, the 26th freest country in the world? Woo, 26. Alright. So, yeah. On off topic of net neutrality, I don't know when I'm going to be streaming or anything again, so I'm really sorry about that. I'm just in a really bad place since the whole thing after Tommy dying, and just the shit. I'm convinced that happiness doesn't exist, but that's besides the point. So yeah, donate. Thank you. Bye.